Hello, welcome back, and we're going to work on part 3 of the Tai Chi Walking today. So we're just going to pick it up where we left off in part 2, and let's get into a bow stance. So Wu Chi, draw the head up, let the weight sink, expand, and create your song. Shift to one side, pivot the foot out slightly, shift the weight, balance, maintain the shoulder width, and slide the foot forward, feel the surface, empty foot flat, look down. If it doesn't look good, adjust it. If it doesn't feel good, adjust it. Oftentimes people will just step too far forward, too much weight in the foot, bring it back, maintain your control of the area that you're standing over. And shoulder width. Lead toe points in the direction you're going, shift forward to bow stance, 70 to 80%, feel it, drop the weight here. Open up the hip, align from the center of the shoulder, hip, leg, and foot. Rear foot not too turned out, not facing forward, just on a slight angle so that hip flexor feels fine, knees in a good position, circular in here, lower leg strong, foot planted. Okay, so 70 to 80% forward. Tai Chi walking is like this. We shift into sitting and push into the heel to slightly turn. When I do this, I'm sinking and opening up my quad, and be real careful you don't twist this knee in, because you're turning, you don't want the knee to collapse in. It needs to point toward the toe. You're going to roll to the angle, so I'm going to go this way, in the direction the toes facing. I'm stepping up and I'm stepping to the front, going forward toward the camera, and then I'm shifting, turning, dropping the weight, and finally when I drop the weight, everything, this right side hip, leg, and foot comes around. So through sitting into empty, empty rolling, step, shift, turn, and adjust the rear foot by releasing into the front hip. It's all connected. You don't have to think about the heel very much at all. This rear foot, you just drop into your front hip. So follow me, we'll go this direction so that you can do it with me. And shift to the left, pivot the right foot out, shift to the right, step with the left, shoulder width, heel foot flat, bow stance, adjusting the rear foot if you need to, and it's sitting, empty, roll. Drop the weight down like a coiled spring into your left hip, and you're slightly turning into the left. Balance, slide the right foot up, shoulder width, foot flat, toe points forward, and then you drop the weight forward. So you're sort of springing from the rear foot, and you're dropping the weight into the front foot, just like all the shifting we've been doing. Then you bring it back and you roll to the angle. And I'm facing the angle, I'm stepping to the front, shoulder width, and it's always a good idea to check your foot if you're unaccustomed to doing the stepping. Check your stance, make sure your shoulder width, make sure you haven't overstepped too long with weight and commitment. Keep it back, keep it light, because you want to make sure the foot placement's correct before you commit. Then I'm springing out of my rear leg and I'm coming up and I'm dropping into the rear foot. And as I drop into the rear foot, I may need to pivot, and this right side just comes along. Keep the head up, into sitting and empty, drop the weight, coil the spring, step, shift, drop the weight. So it comes back, and then you roll, and you drop the weight, and you step, and then, okay, so if you turn this real foot out too far, and as you roll onto it and balance and step, then as you shift forward and drop the weight into your forward left hip in this case, this just comes around. You don't need to push from the foot. You push from the foot when you're weighted on it, and then you just drop into the front leg. And that's where you are. You drop into that front leg, you've arrived here, and if this rear foot is turned out too far, it just comes around comfortably so that you end up locked forward, hips, waist, and shoulders. The rear foot's still on a slight angle, which gives you greater mobility to sit back, right? If you're going to do any type of roll back or pull, it's much easier to do that with the rear foot turned out. And if you're going to go, turn around this way, then it's much easier again with this rear foot turned out. So in your bow stance, forward toe points forward, rear foot's on a slight angle. From bow, through sitting, push into the heel, empty. Now all the weight's back, so you could hopefully pick that up. If you can't, that's okay. Keep as much weight in the heel as you need to balance. 10%, 20%, whatever it is, you want to be balanced and comfortable most of all. Then you just roll, drop the weight down. And then you can step forward comfortably. Look at the footwork, adjust it if you need to, keep the knee unlocked, and you're springing out of the rear foot, dropping the weight into the front foot. You may or may not need to pivot on the rear foot depending upon the angle in which you turned it to and the flexibility of your hips primarily. So bow stance, sitting, empty. Roll to the angle, balance. Step to the front, shoulder width. Keep the head up, push from the rear foot, drop the weight, receive with the front foot. So now this forward thigh, super young, lots of stability. Rear foot, this is nice and strong too, but it's supporting. Nowhere near as strong as the front leg. Bow stance, sitting, empty, roll, drop the weight, balance, slide the foot, shoulder width, toe points forward, and push from the rear, drop into the front. Just like we were doing before, but now we're moving. Move like a cat. This is one of the Tai Chi axioms. You want to walk like a panther, okay? Or a house cat, but think larger cat. You're strong, you're light on your feet, you're coiled, you're flexible, you're springy. Tai Chi, we want to be springy. So you can practice bow stance sitting, coil down. Uncoil, coil down. Uncoil, coil down. And again, we're not always, even though we're always sung and we're always sinking, we're also floating. So some movements will require more floating, some more sinking. And even if we're going to do push, most of the time, we can do it as a sinking, which will push down. Or, if we want to be a little more gentle, we could do it with a little upward, and then it's a little easier on our partner. So, Tai Chi walking is moving forward in a little bit of a back and forth zigzag movement, going like that. So I'm going bow stance, sitting, empty, go to the angle, step to the front, then shift and turn to the front, sit back and turn to the angle, roll to the angle, balance, step to the front, shift and turn to the front. Now, I do have another video. Tai Chi Walking explains it in a slightly different way. This is a way to build up, and remember that the deeper your song, practice your standing, practice sinking internally all your physical energy and expanding your chi and your fascia. The sinking and expanding happen simultaneously. Let the breath flow and take that into all your Tai Chi movement. And then we'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you for joining me. Leave a comment if you want. You can, I'll be happy to answer, and like and subscribe, and see you in the next class. Thank you.